Okay, so it's been about a week, and I've been trying to, in the meantime, try to get a grasp on the system a little bit. And it appears that two of the deciding factors for voting as a party as a whole is a mixture of reputation and battle rank. Some people will vote out whoever is seen as least useful to the party, and some people will vote out whoever they trust the least. And that explains what's going on here a bit. Because it's kind of both of them here. They both have the abrasive personalities that start off with negative relationships with most characters across the party. It's specifically Zenji and Himeno. But also you notice that they are also the two bottom battle rank characters. So I haven't used them enough in combat, so they are lower rank. And then they're not liked by people, so they're lower rank. So I'm going to want to specifically make my parties based on who has low battle rank to some extent, because one of my priorities, if I want to be able to control the flow of the votes over here, is I'm going to want to be able to switch those back and forth. You'll notice, is it Toya does Toya have good relationships with people? What's going on there? Not especially. Why is Toya so safe? Wait, never mind. Everyone is equally safe after the first two. I was trying to interpret the rankings, like, oh look, Nagi and Mana are both near the bottom, just like me, which matches up with their locations on here, but then I remembered that, of course, like, everyone that has 0 is not sorted in any meaningful way, they just are 0, so it's just Himeno and Zenji. Okay, so I'm gonna want to make a party, potentially, that features people like Zenji, Himeno, Marco, Yoko, Ajito, and so on. And I'm gonna want to try to get Himeno and Zenji to get as many kills and assists as possible if I want to improve the situation for them. Because the way I interpret this this incentive system is then that you want to have everyone in your party have close to equal battle ranking, because then when you figure out who the killer is, not the killer, the traitor is, you can specifically sabotage their ranking by using everyone else instead of them, for example. But I still need to figure out who I think is the baddie, which is we're not in a great spot there. Ooh. So if you press A, you can do the deep vision thing, which we heard about, but I only have 3 points, so I don't want to spend those unless I'm sure. But I have the ability to... Look at that. Oh, it even just said traitor candidate in the bottom right corner of the screen for an achievement. Interesting. Okay, so I can mark people accordingly. I assume no one can see these? But I say... So let's use this as a ranking system, though. So blue means safe, yellow means caution, red means possible traitor. And as you can tell here, it gets per character, so if I change this guy, it changes on both the rows. That's interesting. That is interesting. Okay. The problem is I don't have enough information to accuse anyone at all. All I know is that all of these people are in suspicious teams, which means that I can then treat them... I can make them yellow. So if I get a team together where it ends up as voices 0, then I can mark all the people on that team as blue, and that'll make everyone else safe as a result. I can start narrowing it down from there. This actually is it's an interesting mechanical incentive in favor of doing side quests that I've never seen before. Because I've done side quests in tons of different games for tons of different reasons, sure, but it's never been for the reason of it'll help me narrow down which of them is the traitor, the more team configurations I use. That is very specific to the Resistance video game, Resistance tabletop game, which I keep almost saying Resistance Fall of Man, but that's a shooter that has nothing to do with this mechanically, and just is also called Resistance. So if I wanted to use lowest battle rankings, it'd be Zenji, Himeno, Marco, Yoko. And Ajito? How many people are on a team again? 5 people. Okay. Ajito, Yoko, Marco, Himeno, Zenji. Does that match up with either of them? There's Himeno, Yoko, Zenji, Ajito. Okay, so it's kind of like a split between these teams. So it will be new information also. So that's good. It'll be new information, so I'm not wasting the turn but I'm also boosting their battle ranking. Because yeah, my goal is that I'm going to try to get everyone to the same level so I can manipulate things more consistently. Right now I can't manipulate things because Zenji is so far behind, for example. So I'm going to bring that team in, and I'm going to specifically try to... you get Zenji and Himeno the most kills, I guess, if I can. In an attempt to catch up. Ajito, AYMHZ. I'm gonna try to remember that. Do I have dialogue to do? No, okay. Oh, it's a main mission. AYMHZ. Hey, I was able to remember them. It's actually kind of easy to remember because these three in particular are obviously the most used characters. The problem is I totally want to bring my medic because he can heal people, but I don't want to bring my medic because he will get too much battle rank from all the healing he's doing. That's a problem of its own right. Alright, now let's try to balance these teams. You're a gun user, you're both identical gun users as far as your weapon goes, which is that they use the same weapon as Sho. Himeno is a magic user, Zenji is a melee user, Ajito is, I believe, a teleporting melee user. So right up here I have these two on the same team, which is a problem if I want them to be splitting at all. So let's split you with Yoko. Be Himeno, Marco, Yoko, Ajito, Zenji, Sho. You're in the middle. Let's put the ranged people in the middle. Oh wait, that's not it. Oh, weird. Weird that they did 1, 2, 3. They did 2, 1, 3 on the top, but then they... Oh no, they did 4, 5. Yeah, never mind. Never mind, I'm in my own head thinking wrong things. I'll try to not lose. Hooray. Enemies. Oof. This will be... Okay, so... That's important to take note of. There's different units on each side. This one is heavy on melee... Are those the melee users, right? Crap. This is what happens when I take a week off, is I don't remember which one's which. Fortify... There's 3 of these guys on one side and 3 of those guys on the other side. I want to say that those are the ranged ones. And so I want to use ranged units against them, probably. Because if I put melee against them, they're just going to get flanked, aren't they? I think they actually might just be 2 different versions of melee ranged units. I think the melee ones look different. Let's give it a shot. Oh, thankfully I can just review this here. Which... gotta remember that. We'll just see how it goes. You might be able to just replay missions when you fail them, so there might not be much stakes to losing, I'm not sure.
Damn.
What the? What happened? We were all together before we transported through the gate. Well now, looks like they're giving us a little hurdle to get past.
Indeed.
My guess is they intend to divide our forces.
Seriously?
Man, that's a shady trick.
Huh?
They didn't even have to do this. They already had the advantage. Ha, what a bunch of bastards.
What do?
What if the traitor's with me? This is good news if you ask me. It'll make things easier to weed out the traitor, shouldn't it? No, this is what the end wants. He wants to divide our friendship.
But...
Now's not the time to be suspicious, everyone. Let's take out the enemy formation and regroup. Let's turn the odds around. So no, the orange people are the melee users. Yeah, my bad for forgetting. But I'm planning on a very long session today, so I won't be forgetting stuff like that for a long time, hopefully.
Let's get this show on the road.
Right, you're not you're not a melee user, you're a shotgun user. You just look like every generic samurai-looking dude ever that's gonna definitely have a sword. And you even hold it on your shoulder like a sword. So even when I remember what your battle pose looks like, I imagine you having a sword, like it's a Zaibatsu or some nonsense. What's it called? Zengatsu? What's the Ichigo? Bankai or whatnot. Anyway.
Let's go.
For
I need
everyone's
to.
sake. Let's get this show on the road.
So you, on the other hand, do have a melee attack. Yeah. And your gift doesn't really come up because it's just your ability to move, essentially. You have 3 identical dudes. So all of these guys will counter, so I want to do melee last.
I'll tear him apart!
Just fine by me. Am I really not in range? There we go. 67% chance to hit. I guess that's where the shotgun comes in, huh?
Let's go.
I should open with the person that has more of a direct attack range. The lock on. You probably don't have much of a miss chance right now. You do have kind of a miss chance. I could just commit.
And away we go.
I'll tear him apart!
Try getting closer. It is a higher hit chance the closer you get. The issue being, of course, will he be able to counter at various ranges? And that's when he gets counter. Counter is bad. I'll stick to 77.
Get wrecked! Come on!
Let's go.
Oh, we actually missed.
Let's
And
go.
away we go.
It's unfortunate. I could do something interesting here. I could enter melee range, then defer to you,
Check this out.
Leave it to me.
and that lets you attack. And then both people assist, but he won't get countered because he's... Oh, that's great!
How's this?
There you go.
The melee user doesn't get countered because they're deferring to somebody else to start the attack instead.
I make this shit look easy.
I'm learning new tricks. I'm learning new tricks, but also freaking... game is way too loud for me. Give me a second. Do. You guys won't even notice the difference because I processed the audio afterwards, but for me, right now, in real life, it's too loud. Game is too loud. Oh, get off the screen, mouse. There we go. Okay. So now the rules are different because the enemies are using ranged attacks.
Let's go.
But I believe the rules here are that I think if I get behind them, they can't counter, but they're too close for that. Then you have the burn attack, which also leads to a counter. They kind of just have to deal with the counter this time around, I think.
Let's go.
So instead, I should try to stack I should still try to stack assists because then at least various people will group up. Let's see. I could potentially wait. I could have everyone wait and then just do a singular combo for more efficiency, for more attacks, so that it's not a one-to-one counter situation. But even that seems not ideal, because I feel like it'd be behind the damage curve at that point. Your gift is... I'll have you go first, and you can give yourself a boost that is AoE based. The range on this thing is not great, right? I can attack here. Can I inspire you? I was like, could I get in range to inspire the other character, but also be in range to help attack here? I can't. Let's give myself just the AoE one then.
Let's go.
Then here you're standing inside the radius for the bonus. What is that? Oh, that's my own movement. Can I really not reach it? Here I am trying to benefit from the bonus. Alright, I'll just do an attack. Well, I technically don't know if that's a... actually don't know if that's a continuous aura or if it's just a one-time buff that where it has an AoE. Ah, it probably is that. That's probably why I'm not getting any sort of visual indicator that I'm entering the buff zone. The way that I would hope I was.
Burn. Down.
Come on, finish him. There we go. Trying to minimize counterattacks. Getting melee, it's not great news, but the good news is that if they're all grouping up on that character, then I don't have to set up his counterattack. He'll already be ready for it.
Just go away.
You sealed me. That probably means I can't use powers. One of the status ailments, afflicted allies will be unable to use gift abilities, and enemies will be unable to use special attacks. After 3 turns, it removes on its own. Alternatively, you can use an item or a gift. So it's exactly what I thought it is. So it lasts 3 turns, you can't use a gift. Buffing himself. I probably want to attack him this turn, because the other one is not buffed at the moment. But if that guy gets an attack off, I pay the price.
Let's go.
So aren't you already in attack range to get the assist from him? Yeah. And I'm already in attack range to get the assist, so I don't need to move either. So you should actually start things off. Unless I want to use my gift to link up with somebody. Effects, assist. He's supposed to have the bonus that makes him automatically better, right? The question is that worth spending a turn on versus doing an attack right now? If I can get in there, and I can attack, and I won't get countered, and both people will assist.
Come on.
Here.
God damn, he has a strong melee attack.
Let's go.
I need to.
If only I had an AoE on any of these characters, which I'm pretty sure I specifically don't. No assist from either party if I use this guy. I'm a little torn. I could let him attack next turn and trigger a counter, which then lets him get defeated, but that'd be a bit... That's unnecessary damage in a scenario where I don't have any assist at all. Probably just gonna shoot.
How's this?
It's just too bad that he couldn't cleanly die during that combo.
Let's get this show on the road.
That uses an extra action from me. I get back into melee range. We're going to defer. Ah. Now I'm in attack range, but I'm also in defer range. Yeah.
Hey, check this out.
Too damn easy.
This won't feel good. Double assist.
Come on.
And it's a back attack.
Here.
Let's go.
I'm definitely taking a hit next time, though. Okay. That guy's buffed, that guy is not, but he is attacking already.
I need to.
I'll turn you to ash. For everyone's sake.
Should definitely only open up with people that aren't already wounded, since they'll get a counterattack. Well, the last time worked out, so the first person could potentially just walk up.
I need to.
Let's go.
Let's open with magic.
Bird!
There we go.
No! Let's go.
That's actually a decent amount of damage still.
Let's go.
But I'm not going to attack with it.
This one's mine.
You again. This should take him out.
Bird!
There we go.
Let's go.
The defer was a little pointless because they weren't going. No, the defer still worked because she could use burn again. Strength Scion Vit. Yeah, I think I screwed up. I think it is an AoE buff that it happens only in that moment. Am I really not in range? Oh, but it's around the target, right? Yeah, I was thinking of it as being some sort of continuous AoE aura thing on that target, but because of the ring and everything, but no, it's a little burst buff. Let's give you a buff.
Now!
Wow. Effective counterattack.
Let's go.
Man,
Get
I'm...
For
my way.
everyone's sake.
I'm in a bit of a situation where I'm trying to... How do I look at this again? There we go. I'm trying to conserve consumables if I can. I'd like to, but I also don't want people to get downed. Yoko could potentially lead the charge from here on out without having to heal, but I need to keep Marco safe if I can.
I just can't anymore.
So he's already in attack range.
What a mess.
Let's do this.
Man,
Tear
I'm...
him apart.
Might already be enough. Or you could miss. I guess there's that. You could always do that. You could just miss
Can't
completely.
anymore.
Thank you for that.
What a mess.
Probably don't need to use magic here. They're so low.
On guard!
Nope, you're fine.
Now! We did it!
So she also has one of those nice double little
Let's
sword
do this.
attacks that seem incredibly,
Man, I'm
incredibly powerful.
Don't get in my way.
I just can't
Let's go.
anymore.
Sho still has full health and can't be countered.
Come on.
There we go.
Who's next? Man, I'm beat.
Don't get in my way.
I just can't anymore.
Let's see. All that's left is 4 drones. And they apparently can't use ladders. Because none of them have been coming after me, which has been a little weird.
Man, I'm...
Let's
Tear
see.
him apart.
You're the healthiest. Closest ladder's right over here. Let's try to get a faster path than that. Oh, you can't really go much faster. You can't really hug it.
Don't get in my way.
There he is. And then we're best off just hanging out, actually.
I just can't anymore. Man, I'm beat.
I can't defer to you because you haven't done anything yet. We're just gonna wait. I think the best thing to do is just stand by the ladder and be ready to use it next turn, instead of stranding ourselves at the top of the ladder and letting them get the first hit off.
Synchronize.
I just can't anymore.
Ah. Doesn't tell me much, does it? I think it just happens. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I would appreciate like a nice detailed screen saying exactly what that synchronize is gonna do, because I'm a little iffy on its results, and it's the entire point of that character. I got a buff that's supposed to make me have better stats than whoever I synchronize with, but I never can see it, I don't think. Can I look over here?
Let's go.
No, all I can do is click on people that way. To like choose to control them, and that's it.
I just can't anymore. I just can't anymore.
So there's the drone. Let's approach. Next one's around the corner. Make it a little harder for them to shoot at me then. The one that might approach from around the corner. But I'm going to wait. Should I heal? I have 7. It would heal me for 200, or I could try to just wait it out and conserve them for levels where I might need them more.
What a mess.
Let's do this. Man, I'm
Tear 'em apart!
Let's go.
This will get the assist, it'll be a double attack, and they're much weaker units, right? The drones.
What a mess.
That starts it off. That's the furthest you can move.
What a mess.
Ah! Not even close, but I can defer.
I'll give you a hand. I'll do my best.
So that'll have to be enough. Crit? Nope.
just break. All right.
It was just enough.
Let's go. Man, I'm beat.
I'll tear him apart!
Let's go.
So you're the one that's agonizingly far away in this group, unfortunately. Like, agonizingly far away. Can't even defer because their turns haven't happened yet, so I can't, like, preemptively defer or anything. I probably could have planned that a little better. Alright. Should I just wait for one turn and then do it next turn, or should I go for it? Neither of them have a skill to use, right?
Man, I'm beat.
I'll tear him apart!
Your only gift is Link. I want more information. I just want more information about the linking. Like what exactly the impact it has on the people in the party. I don't like copy their skill or anything, so I just get their... We share recovery effects. That does mean we can get a bonus here. Where the two of them could heal together. It might make it more worth
Don't
it.
get in my way!
But honestly, I'm just gonna wait.
Man, I'm beat.
I could link the recovery effect, yes, but they're actually healthier than the other team. The other team's doing just fine with the strategy as far as I can tell, so I can get away with not healing. That is the worst camera angle to use. Oh, he's booking it around the weird way. Oh, they have AoE. I have to remember that, although it's a weak AoE.
Let's go.
Oh, that got weird. So because I only went up on one side, the people from across the entire map are actually pursuing this team,
I just
which is
can't anymore.
kind of a problem, actually. This should hurt a lot.
Burn.
The good news is I have a lot of time before the rest of the team shows up. Oh, he's not going to go down. Crap.
Let's do this.
Don't get in my
So
way!
because I have a lot of team, this team shouldn't get attacked by the other drones.
We did it.
I just can't anymore.
Because they have to, like, cross the whole map? Yeah, they're still way over there. Alright, so let's have our team
Man,
get
I'm
going.
beat.
What? What did I must have pressed something.
Let's go.
At this point, I just need to attract them back towards me, hopefully. I can't attack them from here.
Man, I'm beat. Man, I'm beat.
At most, somebody could defer for him to go forward more.
check this out.
Leave it to me.
I'll tear him apart! I'll tear him apart!
I just can't
Let's go.
anymore.
Probably should have deferred the other character. Yeah. No, because neither would be able to make it either way. Hey, buddy. I'm just gonna have to ask you to stop chasing the other people. Whoa, that's a lot of damage.
I'll tear him apart!
Okay, so I actually may want to use defer on you if I can. So you can use deference on somebody who already deferred.
Here!
Leave it to me.
But you can't defer twice. And you have a melee attack, so you kind of have to go up in there, unfortunately. Oh well. One drone left. You probably won't down anyone.
I just can't anymore.
Where is he even now? He's way over there. I'm not sending Marco forward. Marco's just gonna hang out and have low health for a while. This drone will attack somebody. Probably miss. Yep. And then we shoot him in the face.
Man,
I'll tear him apart!
Man, I'm beat.
Take this!
Let's go.
I just can't.
Oh, right.
man,
I actually forgot what situation we were in. Yeah. Whoops.
Hey, check this out.
Too damn easy.
Let's give you a chance to do another attack with an assist and everything.
I make this shit look easy.
Trying to get that battle ranking up. I forgot that Ajita wasn't in melee range, so it was not as definite a kill as I thought it would be. Leading point gain. Zenji still got last, didn't he? It's hard to think about prioritizing specific characters when you're already trying to prioritize winning the level. Ajita got the most. Himeno got 11. Yeah. Yeah, both the characters I want to get the most ranking for are in the bottom third, aren't they? Ah, well. Deferrals count for something, at least. Yeah, I didn't include Himeno correctly in the assists, so she wasn't stocking any of those up. Whereas you got some assists. Everyone gets a level. Everyone gets a level. Oh my god. You can hear everyone's inner thoughts.
This isn't happening.
I don't want to.
I saw three red texts that time. That's a problem. Have I actually distilled the party down to a more more specific number? I don't get it. There really is a traitor among us. Why don't they do anything while we're fighting?
Well,
I don't know what the traitor's thinking. But then again, I'd rather not get shot in the back while we're fighting.
but
Everyone seems to be giving it their all, right? Is one of us really a traitor? Is everyone all right? You look knackered. Seems odd to me there'd be a traitor here.
Yes.
I want to believe in everyone. Our hero, our hearts were as one when we were fighting. I can feel it. I'm sure we can all become friends. We're able to cooperate with each other. I'm sure we can all become friends. That's the alarming thing about how much of a mess this entire situation is, that we're such a... Something must have gone so horribly wrong with the deployment of this mission to begin with, if all of these people are somehow don't already know each other. Like, that's a mess. There wasn't anyone acting suspiciously during the fight. It seems as though the traitor needs to climb this tower as well.
damn it.
In other words, it doesn't matter if they're a traitor or not during battle. I can't say I'm comfortable with the idea, but we must make do.
Let's go.
Let's move, everyone. This game has a really weird idea of how traitors work, in that They aren't ever betraying us, which makes it really weird to figure out how to actually, like, it almost makes you wonder, like, who we're stopping and why. Like, what's the point of stopping them if they aren't stopping us? Sho, might I borrow you for a moment? Regarding the task at hand, I must know your opinion. Who seems the likeliest traitor? Can I use vision? I can use vision, okay. I might be able to narrow it down more. Whoo! 3 voices. It only gets worse each time. That's interesting. It got worse, but the doctor was not in the crew. I'm gonna say... It's funny the doctor's the one talking to me right now. I'm gonna say the doctor's safe as I try to narrow this down. Can I narrow it down to 3 people here that are also in the other crews? Down here there was 2, up here there is 3. So this crew featured Himeno, Name, and Yoko. It'll be easy to remember the other names when some of them are dead. So all 3 of them were in this crew, all 3 of them were in this crew, and yet the number went up. Interesting. That means that that likely means that 2 of them are voices and 1 of them is not. But none of the 3 of them were in the first crew, so I can't narrow it down to any of them either. That's a problem. So I can't narrow it down, so I'd want to... My next team would likely want to split them up more. Probably by... I still want to get Himeno more points, so I'll probably do Himeno and Zenji, but then maybe remove, like, Yoko, or maybe even both of them, to get more information. This top team has a Jito and Zenji that are both from this team that also had 1 point. So I would say that these 2 are suspicious of being the 3rd one. I would say that of these 3 right here, 2 of them are probably 1, and then of these 2, 1 of them is probably the one. Which means I can probably count out these 2. Which is good, because those are my most... That's good news, those are my most highly ranked battle characters, and they're all blue right now. So, that alleviates any potential hole I may have dug myself so far, but with my previous behavior. Meanwhile, you're also good. I would say that only people that are in... Because we're up to 3 now, I would say that this team is all the suspicious people, and everyone else who's not in the specific team is not as suspicious. The question is, how do we narrow it down? And we functionally can't? We basically can't narrow it down. If I were to pick out 1 person, I would say that picking somebody from this team is a coin flip, whereas picking somebody from this team is 2 and 3. So statistically, if you pick somebody from this trio, you're more likely to be correct. And so it might still be in my best interests to point the finger at somebody, even if I might be wrong, because I have a higher chance of increasing the chance of me getting the right person at the end if I shift public perception toward against one of them and hope that it just doesn't happen to be the exact person that it needs to not be. I would want to avoid Himeno because that digs them an even deeper hole that I can't get out of. So Yoko is probably the prime person to go after here. Really, there's a vote for Mana now. Mana, Toya, Himeno, and Zenji are the top people. So I could try making Yoko or Marco a little bit less safe if I want to. Since there's a decent chance that they might be one of the people. Or I might refrain for 1 more turn and just wait for more information and hope it's not too late to sway the court of public opinion, which is not a great series of things to deal with, honestly. That's shit. Do I take a 66% chance of being successful or not? But even then, so I probably should not do anything. You have the additional problem of the fact that I don't know how the system works entirely. Are the 3 voices just the 3 suspicious people, and then I have to narrow it down from there via vision points, or is it 3 traitors? Because the game has only established the idea of there being one traitor at a time, not 3. So do the 3 voices not equate to 3 traitors, but just the 3 most suspicious characters? Then you have to use your vision points to narrow it down from there, perhaps? Kind of a mess. I'm gonna have to say I don't know. The problem is if I'd say I don't know, I feel like that also might sway the scale towards me, which doesn't help. I don't know.
Indeed.
Philosophically, that may be the wisest answer, but will this always be your stance? Probably not literally next round when I get a chance to, get one more bit of detail, hopefully. Toya? How did Toya become one of the top candidates? That's interesting. Alright then.